can't stop, I can't stop. So back with another video. This time, more kind of update on the physique. I'm weighing about 175. I know I was going on my bulk, but I think I ended at 183. I'm eating 3,000 calories. I'm still eating 3,000 calories, but my weight keeps dropping. Maybe because I'm like training for track. I'm doing lots of cardio. I'm on 175, and already I can see that my biceps are getting bigger. My quads, I don't know if this is my quads. Quads need some work, but the hamstrings are good. And that's going to be really good for the track season. Six packs can still use some work. I can't really see the bottom two, but the top two. But the back, the lats, that's what really grew a lot. The lats and the arms. And, you know, my body never really looked this condition. But I did go down to 169, but I never had arms like these. But I think my six packs were a lot better before. So I'm basically like 5 pounds away from my all-time low. But I am doing like kind of like a recomposition, which is kind of hard to understand because I'm eating 3,000 calories and I'm trying to lose fat and gain muscle. And I do this by doing lots of like HIIT cardio to train for the track season. My track meet is in May, and these are going against like colleges and stuff like that. And I haven't ran track since high school. And even though that I haven't ran in like 8 years, I'm still kind of racing against myself because even though I have the most muscles that I ever had ever, I'm still not as fast as I was in high school. And my high school self never trained. Like I would sleep before every practice, like right on the little pole ball, little mat. I'll sleep there and then run my workout and just go home. But this time, I'm actually training. And that's why I tell myself I'm racing against myself. Because ever since I tore my knee, I could have run for 4 years and I lost my speed. And everyone was always telling me like I'll never be as fast as I once was. I'm here to kind of prove it to myself that I'm not only going to be as fast as I once was, I'm going to be better, faster. I'm already stronger. I just need to get the speed back. I think once I continue to run, this is the first year I'm running the track. And I have more years to come. I'm getting stronger and faster. Little update. I still need to work on my upper chest too. My favorite pose used to be the crab pose. But now I kind of like the lat spread because my lats got a lot bigger. And the front double bicep too. Like my shoulders, I got like a small waist too. I never even tried the back. But so gotta work on the quads and get ready for the season. I gotta see some things. And this is on the bulk too. Like I'm not even cutting. Just imagine when I start cutting. Be like lights out. But update kinda winding my physique. But since I am 175, I'm gonna try to do some muscle ups. So I'm gonna show you that right now. So we're back to the bar. The point of this is to see how many muscle ups I can do. I think last time I capped out at 4, but I didn't have the correct technique. I probably still don't have the correct technique. But I'm weighing 175, so the same weight I weighed before, except have better lats. Been working on the back, so do like a recomposition. So if I can do more than 4, then I should be happy. Hopefully it's recording. Man, I'm already tired. Let's see. Nah, I even got the technique down. This one. Wow. 2, I'm like hitting my chest on the bar. I'm doing this so wrong. 3. Just move my arms closer together. Man. To do it better, I probably should use gloves because my hands were hurting, dripping, and for the technique, hitting my chest. So I'm doing better muscle ups. So we're at peak, folks, in 80. Last time I did this, I did it for 15. So if I could hit 17, it's a goal. Hit 20, and I'll be happy. 215 pounds. Quick tip: use a bumper plate, and then 245 regular ones. It's easier to load. This is a quick tip. I should probably get some guards too. The goal is 17. Last time I did 15. Here we go. Always do conventional. No warm up. 13. So I actually got weaker. Pretty disappointing, but I don't really train for deadlifts. It's a little bit let down. I had the bench and the squat next. Day of disappointment. Could this time I'm gonna try the bench. Just came back from doing the deadlift, hit 13 reps, 315. A little disappointing. Last year in July, I was able to hit a 15, but I did weigh 190s. Things I want to consider is that I never really trained the deadlift since July, so my body's not used to it. But for the bench, I have been doing incline, the dumbbells, so my upper chest went a little stronger. And the bench was always my happy place, especially when I tore my knee. So a special place in my heart. I need to do 15 to be my record of like 13 reps. I think it's either 13 or 14. If I hit 15, do PR. So let's try. Key points. You want to look at the bar with the eyes. Our back, pretend like we're squeezing a pencil. And our feet, little arch. You gotta go fast before I muscle fatigue. 15 reps. I'll be lucky if I hit 10 I'm gonna be entirely honest. Man, I got so weak there. I think these kind of hindered my progress. The 10, for 15 to 10, that's really bad. The max is 190. Got so weak. Okay, we're down to the last lift. Squat, 275. And I already failed expectations on the track, on the bench, and the deadlift. So if I can hit 275 to 10, then at least it can be one of my goals. I was able to hit 315 for 5. Maybe have more than 10. Actually, a little bit earlier. It was like a month ago I was able to do that. This is going to be 225 for 10. So I do have a bad knee though. So keep that in mind. Grab my hair googly. Check this back. Maybe I could have done more. My knees are just hurting. Okay, viewers. Back to another video, back on the track again. Gonna try to run the 200 meters again. Weighing 175. I thought it was gonna be hot, but it's actually pretty windy. The wind's blowing this way, so I think it'll have my time. I want to get a 23. 23, I'll be happy. 24 is like still room for improvement. 25, I'll be a little disappointed. And 26, you know, we're not gonna get 26 today. But I'm gonna try to do the 200 meters. And the events I did in high school were the 1, the 2, and the 4. There's like different ways to do those races. For the 100, it's like you're just unleashing the beast. You know, there's no technique. You just run. But the 200, you know, you can't just run because you're gonna tire yourself out. You gotta, like, when you start out on the curve, you gotta like ride that curve. You know, keep that momentum, get that speed going. There's a finesse to the 200. Like, you gotta be nice to the 200. You can't be too rough with the 200. 400 meter, that's like the nerd race. You gotta really like calculate. Oh, in this many meters, I'm gonna accelerate. This, I'm gonna hold my stride. And last, like a whole bunch of stuff. But the 200 meter mark, that's the 400 is like the nerd race. 200 is like the, you know, the finesse. You gotta finesse that race. And then the 100, just like everything out the window. Just do as best you can, run the hardest you can. It's brute strength basically. So I'm gonna survey this track because this track is not the best. See which lane will be the best for me, and hopefully I can record it and get an accurate time. So I just finished running the 200 and time I got 25 seconds exactly. So not the time I wanted. Well, on the stopwatch I got 25. Maybe I was a little slow, but I'm gonna edit the footage to see the exact time I got. It's not the time I wanted, but at least we didn't get to 26 because that would have been pretty bad. Never in my life I ran slower than 26. 25 is still pretty bad, especially for the 200. The event I'm going to do, that's like a last place right there. So I really want to bring that down to 23. And the only way I can really do that is if I cut weight, because I'm too heavy right now, 175. I need to run at like 170. So I have till May, so I got March, April to cut like 5 pounds, which is doable, but I don't want to go too fast because then I don't want to lose my muscles. I'm going to keep that muscles and get that speed. I have to look at the footage too. I have to see if I swung my arms fast enough or if I lifted my legs. But one thing I did notice is I think I might have gotten out a little too slow. I was running it almost like a 400. I won my 400 in like 54, 55 seconds. So you could do better in the future. Well, viewers, I was able to take a look at the footage, and it wasn't 25. Well, it wasn't 25, it wasn't 24. It was like 25.3. 25.3 at 180 pounds. When I hit the sauna, I could kind of get down to 175, so I have like 5 pounds of water weight, but it's 185. No, 180. I weigh 180. This is peak bulk. That means I have to cut for 12 weeks until my track meet. And if I cut 12 pounds, then I'll be running around 168 pounds, which is probably the leanest I've ever been. And like since high school. In high school I ran at 160. And I'm really in a competition against my high school self, because my high school self was 160 pound, able to run 22 in the 200 meter, 11.1 in the 100, and like 50 flat of the 400. My times are like 55 on the 400, 25 on the 200, and 11.6 on the 100.
And I think it's because of the weight. Like, my high school self, one thing I have going for myself is my high school self never really tried to train for it. He was just naturally fast. So I'm stronger than him. I have more willpower than him because I'm actually training. I have more resources. I can go to the gym, I can go to the track. I could basically do whatever I want now, except I'm an adult. But when I was in high schooler, I just went to track practice. And even in track practice, I did like half the work. Like, I would sleep, wouldn't even do anything, barely do the exercises. So I would even skip some of the practice sometimes, just like show up. But now, since I have the resources and the drive and the strength, because it takes a long time to build muscle, what I don't have though is the flexibility. My high school self was very flexible. I could do the splits when I was in high school. Now I'm like so stiff, I can't do any of that. But you gotta use my strengths to take over and beat my high school self. And when that happens, I finally proved myself wrong, proved my injury wrong. Because when I got injured, I thought I was never going to be as fast as I was. But if I'm able to pass my high school times in official track meets, then we know that I surpassed my limits. That I am in the best shape of my life. Better than when I was in high school. And that this injury did not beat me. So it is kind of like a bittersweet moment because I'm slower than I ever been in my life. Even when I first started running track, I think the slowest I ran was a 24.6. So I'm basically starting at like day one. And my 400 meter was like a 56, which is kind of like the time I have now. And my 100 was slower. It was like 12.4, maybe 12.4. So I am faster than my high school in the 100, probably because my muscles don't fatigue that much. So I do think I could place pretty well on the 100, but I gotta go on the cut. As simple as it. This is peak bulk, 180 pounds peak bulk. We're going down to 168, hopefully. Keep track, 12-week cut, 2,000 calories or below. I was at 3,000. I'm going down 10,000. At 2,000 or below. The way the scale's gonna be dropping.